Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Madam Administrator, for being here. Could we put the slides back up that the chairman had up to begin with? I wanted to look at the cost share shrinking in particular. My friend Mr. Mulvaney was invoked there. We worked on a lot of budget cutting that's going on while he was on Capitol Hill. Madam Administrator, when we see the cost share shrink from the pre-17 to the post-17 levels, so that's just over 10%, how much of that money is going back to the taxpayer for deficit reduction?
None.
None? You're saying that we're reducing the amount of money we're sending to an individual project, and the taxpayer isn't benefiting from that at all? Where in the world is that money going?
Well, that's actually staying in the CIG program to make sure that we have other projects that we can fund. So actually, it is allowing us to fund additional projects across the country.
You're saying that when the chairwoman noted that applications to this project, to this fund, had more than doubled, you've been able to fund more projects than you would have otherwise been able to fund by reducing the federal cost share.
Right, so they've doubled in number and also in size. We have more projects coming in asking for more funding, so they're larger projects as well.
Well, I'm going to have to talk to my friend Mr. Mulvaney about why the taxpayer isn't getting it. It sounds like what you're doing is you're trying to take a program that has been oversubscribed and underfunded and participate with as many different projects across the country as you can. Am I understanding the goal correctly?
Yes, you are.
Well, I hope that you won't let that goal disappear. We do have to find ways, and coming from a community that does a lot of self-starting. We've just passed $1 billion locally in new transportation taxes. I don't want to see all the giant projects in the country suck up all the funding stream. I don't want to see the big guys who are used to accessing a program like this suck up all the funding stream. I appreciate that effort to try to move more money to more projects. Let me go back to something else the chairman said about the risk assessment, because I do. My constituents don't mind investing money in transformational projects. They mind throwing money down a rat hole towards failures. When we moved from a probability 65 standard down to a probability 50 standard, meaning the odds of success of coming in on budget or under budget diminished dramatically, what did we see? Did it not make a material difference to the success of projects across the country when the standard fell from P65 to P50?
It absolutely did, and that actually the reason we even considered it is it came to me from our career professional staff who said, you know, we're seeing project bids come in, you know, much higher given the really booming economy we're having, the tightening of the labor market. We're seeing, you know, project bids come in much higher, and projects like the Wave streetcar was the very first project I approved as the acting administrator in Florida, was not actually able to absorb that cost increase and was not able to move forward. It really caused us to take a step back and really look at all the projects, and that was one of the earlier delays. I felt that it was really important to understand what happened in that project so that we didn't have another project that we approved that happened to.
I know we fund CIG out of the general fund. I hope this committee will have a conversation about finding a permanent funding stream for mass transit. Generally, it's an interest we all share, and to have to pick up the crumbs off the table is not the right way to fund a major national infrastructure program like this. But for you to make those changes, again, returning to what had a better success rate during the Obama administration and the Bush administration in terms of a P65 standard, for you to try to squeeze more projects into your limited budget stream, even though it produces charts like this one to give more communities an opportunity to benefit. I just want you to know how much I appreciate that. I think our job is not to tell you what a great job you're doing, it's to hold you accountable when you're not doing a great job. But on these two fronts in particular, I'm grateful for your efforts. I know it has not been easy, and know how much it is valued.